Greetings to all our beloved Catholics. We are truly grateful for your return to our channel. May your day be filled with the abundant grace of Christ. We hope that as you enjoy this video, you'll join us on this journey, and remember to follow us on YouTube to stay connected with important updates. Now let's delve into a powerful and urgent message that we must all hear today. This message comes from Vika Ivankovic, one of the 6 visionaries who have been blessed with the ability to see and converse with the Virgin Mary in the sacred town of Medjugorje. What Vika has shared with the world is a sobering prophecy, one that reveals a profound warning for all of humanity about the trials and hardships that lie ahead. This revelation speaks to a future of global turmoil, escalating natural disasters, and deep societal conflicts, all culminating in a celestial sign that will be visible to all. This sign will be a final, resounding call to conversion before the events that will irrevocably alter the course of human history. The heart of Vika's message lies in this powerful prophecy, delivered directly by the Virgin Mary herself. It paints a stark picture of the future, one where the very fabric of our world, social structures, communities, and even our environment will be severely tested. Natural disasters will intensify, and global conflicts will escalate, making it clear that we are entering a time of reckoning. This message is not one of fear, but of profound urgency. It is a call for each of us to recognize the signs of the times and take immediate action to fortify our souls, deepen our connection with God, and prepare spiritually for the challenges ahead. Vika's prophecy invites us to see these looming crises not as punishments, but as opportunities for spiritual rebirth and awakening. It is a time for us to open our eyes, to rise from our spiritual slumber, and to walk the path of justice and righteousness. It is a call to prayer, to repentance, and to living a life in accordance with God's will. We are reminded that the Virgin Mary's call to conversion is not merely a call to return to God, but to transform our hearts, to embrace peace, and to be agents of reconciliation in a fractured world. Medjugorje, the town that has been a beacon of hope and faith, since the apparitions began in 1981, remains a spiritual center for millions. Vika, along with the other visionaries, has received countless messages from the Virgin Mary, urging humanity to turn back to God, to pray, and to heal the divisions that separate us. The recurring themes of these messages, peace, conversion, prayer, and reconciliation, serve as a compass, guiding us through a world that seems to be drifting further away from its spiritual roots. Vika's prophecy is deeply intertwined with these timeless messages. It echoes the Virgin Mary's passionate plea for us to awaken from our spiritual slumber and heed the call for justice and righteousness. In a world increasingly estranged from its moral and spiritual pillars, the prophecy serves as a reminder that the challenges we face are not random or meaningless. They are divine signals calling us to spiritual awakening, to conversion, and to a deeper, more authentic relationship with God. The message is clear and urgent. We must take action now. The trials ahead are not merely unavoidable events. They are opportunities for transformation. Through prayer, faith, and repentance, we can fortify ourselves against the storms of the world and stand firm in the light of God's love and mercy. The Virgin Mary, through Vika's words, is urging us to prepare spiritually, not out of fear, but out of love and trust in God's divine plan. This is not just a prophecy, it is an invitation, a call to each one of us to take our faith seriously, to live in accordance with God's will, and to be the instruments of peace, love, and justice in the world. As we face the uncertainties and trials ahead, let us heed the call to prayer and conversion, and place our trust in the goodness and providence of God. Thank you for joining us on this important journey. If you are moved by this message, consider subscribing to our channel and pressing the bell icon to stay informed about future updates. May the grace of Christ and the intercession of the Virgin Mary guide and protect you always. Prophecy is not merely a prediction but a divine promise, an invitation to prepare for a celestial event, an awe-inspiring sign in the skies that will captivate both believers and skeptics alike. This spectacle will not only dazzle the eyes, but it will also pierce through the layers of apathy and disbelief, reaching deep into the hearts of all who witness it. It will be a profound call to repentance, urging humanity to acknowledge its sins, seek forgiveness, and fully surrender to God. This heavenly sign serves as both a visual warning and a spiritual summons, announcing that change is imminent and that spiritual preparation is no longer optional. This momentous sign transcends its visual magnificence. It is a symbol of divine mercy, urging all to view their lives through the lens of eternity. It challenges us to elevate spiritual values over material pursuits, reminding us that our true purpose lies in our relationship with God. As Vika's prophecy suggests, this is not just about faith as a concept, but about a transformative shift in the hearts and minds of people. The prophecy calls for deep spiritual renewal, not only for individuals, but for society as a whole. We are called to prayer, fasting, and acts of charity, not just as rituals, but as powerful means of building the inner strength necessary to confront the challenges ahead. Conversion, in Vika's vision, extends far beyond personal holiness. It calls for societal transformation. It pushes us to confront systemic injustices, alleviate the suffering of the oppressed, and foster a spirit of community rooted in genuine compassion and love. The prophetic warning urges us to tear down the walls of division and come together in solidarity, standing united in faith and love. This is not just about individual salvation. It is about a collective awakening to our shared responsibility for one another. Central to this transformation is the power of prayer, and particularly the Rosary, which Vika emphasizes as a potent spiritual defense. The Rosary is more than just a prayer. It is a way to cultivate a deep, personal connection with the Virgin Mary, who intercedes on our behalf before God. Through prayer, we open ourselves to God's will, find peace in His presence, and draw strength from His grace. This connection through prayer becomes even more powerful when we come together in collective prayer, uniting our hearts and minds as one. The Christian community, in this sense, becomes a pillar of support, offering encouragement and resilience when faced with life's obstacles. In Medjugorje, the Virgin Mary is not just a distant figure. She is a loving, compassionate mother who watches over all her children. Her presence is a beacon of hope, guiding us through uncertain times and reminding us that we are never alone in our struggles. By embracing her message, we can face the future with courage and faith, fortified by the strength of prayer, the power of the Rosary, and the unbreakable bond of a united Christian community. As we await the signs and embrace the prophecy, let us not forget the urgency of spiritual preparation. The time for complacency has passed. Now is the moment to deepen our faith, to come together in prayer, and to transform our lives and the world through acts of love and justice. This is the path to spiritual renewal and divine protection. In the midst of the growing darkness that surrounds our world, Vika's teachings offer a beacon of light, focusing our hearts on the unwavering commitment of the Virgin Mary to our spiritual well-being. Her role in Vika's prophecy is not just symbolic, but a tangible manifestation of God's boundless love and compassion. Through Mary, we find guidance when the path is unclear, comfort when we face adversity, and strength when our faith falters. Her presence assures us that, by following her lead, we draw ever closer to Jesus Christ and receive the grace necessary for spiritual healing, repentance, and restoration. Vika's prophecy calls us to action, urging us to take a deep, introspective look at our lives and our souls. It challenges us to confront our flaws and spiritual weaknesses, and to make a firm and unwavering commitment to our spiritual growth. This message isn't just for our individual salvation, but for the collective healing of humanity. It calls on each one of us to reflect on the impact of our actions, both as individuals and as a society, and to recognize the urgent need for spiritual renewal. Central to this journey of spiritual renewal are the practices of prayer, fasting, and engaging deeply with the sacraments. Vika's prophecy emphasizes that these activities are not mere rituals, but vital tools to strengthen our relationship with God. They are the means by which we are fortified, both spiritually and mentally, to face the challenges that lie ahead. Our communion with God deepens through these sacred practices, and in them, we find the courage to endure the trials of life with grace. Vika's message also calls us to active participation in the work of justice, compassion, and peace, core values that represent the essence of Christian discipleship and embody the very spirit of God's kingdom here on earth. These actions are not optional. They are the living out of our faith in a world that desperately needs to witness the power of divine love. Vika's prophecy encourages us to live out these values daily, being agents of change and healing in a fractured world. At its core, Vika's prophecy is both a divine warning and a reminder of the difficulties that lie ahead. The challenges we will face are real and profound, but the message is clear. With unwavering faith, fervent prayer, and a steadfast commitment to community, we can rise to meet them. Vika calls us to open our eyes to the signs of the times, to stay vigilant, and to deepen our commitment to spiritual purity and growth. In these uncertain times, we must act with courage, holding fast to the conviction that God's mercy will guide us through. This message invites us to reaffirm our faith, to be vigilant and steadfast in our devotion, and to trust that, through God's grace, we can emerge stronger from the trials that lie ahead. As we face the difficulties of today and the uncertainties of tomorrow, let us do so with the confidence that we are not alone. God is with us, and through the intercession of the Virgin Mary, we are assured of His ongoing guidance and protection. Vica's prophecy is not just a warning. It is an invitation to embrace the transformative power of God's love and to become living ambassadors of His peace and hope. In a world that desperately seeks spiritual awakening, we are called to step forward with hearts full of compassion and faith, prepared to face whatever comes with courage and trust in God's divine plan. Thank you for your patience and for journeying with us through this important message. What are your thoughts on Vica's prophecy? Feel free to share them, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to stay updated on more spiritual insights. Your engagement means the world. May we all walk in faith and hope, trusting that through God, all things are possible.